Obey me, fandom! Come and get y'all's juice! Lesson 14, here we come! What it takes to be a king. Once I make it through these trials, it's possible I will expose you from the Devil Dome, you know? So why show me kindness? Why do you care about me? Because I want to support you, dummy. So it's addition to seeing the needs of Lucifer and his brothers, and you're going to do the same for me now as well? When I chose you as a job of devil sitter, clearly I made the right call. I guess we both need to learn more about each other. I guess we both need to learn more about each other, huh? To understand one another better. But first things first. I have to focus on surviving these trials and making it back home in one piece. Let's hope so. No need to worry though. Since you're here as a witness, you should make it back even regardless of what happens to me. Even if I fail. You're going to be okay, if you say so. Sure that you'll make an outstanding king. Thank you! This is strange. Under normal circumstances, I probably assumed that you didn't know what you were talking about. After all, you're human, not a demon. But for some reason, I feel like I can trust you when you say that. You know, it seems as though I've been going straight from one crisis to another lately, so I've been really stopped to appreciate this. But before meeting you, I never had the chance to talk with an actual regular human. You're the first. And what about Solomon, though? If only circumstances were different, I'd love to ask you to tell you more about the humans and what they're like. That's what I've been asking earlier! Alright, I guess he is human, huh? Still, I feel like that it's kind of a stretch to call him a regular human. Oh, we're going to that kind of slander, aren't we, huh? Yes, he's neither a demon nor an angel, but he is technically part of the human race, but I don't think he quite qualifies as a human at this point. He's some sort of his own category. If Solomon finds out if I said something like that about him, if he wasn't around, I'm sure he'll be mad. I feel like less tense now thanks to you, so what do you say we get moving? Alright, here we go. Okay. Macy, do you see the statue of the Fairy King over there? You mean the one right behind you? Doesn't look like a fairy to me. You notice that his eyes are closed. He's clearly sleeping, right? Well, there's a story behind this statue, one that goes way, way back, a time before this world was known as the Devil Dome. Oh, really? According to legend, these lands used to belong to the Fairy King here. But one day, a demon gave the king some wine, and he made this with his own blood. The wine put the Fairy King into a deep sleep, at which point the demon stole his lands from his, and thus the first Demon King was born, or so the legend goes. That's some interesting lore right there. The Testament of Blood is meant to verify whether or not someone is the Demon King's true bloodline. I have to offer my blood to the statue of the Fairy King. If his eyes stay closed, I have to satisfy the first requirement of the Demon King, proof of blood. Makes you wonder what happens if his eyes open, huh? Would control over the Devil Dome pass back to the Fairy King? Well, regardless, time to offer up some blood. You make it sound so normal, do you know that? Alright, here goes. Not that I doubt it's authentically of my bloodline, but now that it's actually time to make the offering, I can't but help but feel nervous, you know? But I'm right here, you know. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, Macy, stay there when you can see me if you would. Time for the moment of truth. Ooh, that's nasty. Fairy King, I present to you with an offering of blood, the blood that courses through my veins. My name is Diablo, the seventh of the rightful king of the Devildom, and heir of the royal legacy. The blood? It's being absorbed to the statue. What just happened? The Fairy King hasn't woken up. I take it means everything checks out. No issue with my blood. Sorry. Stupid cough. It's not as though I doubted my royal lineage. It's sort of a relief. Now the real issue is what comes next. I don't actually know anything about the Testament of Virtue. According to my father, it's different from every candidate. So it wasn't that he couldn't tell me about it. It was nothing he could say that would be any use, at least. That's how he made it sound. Prove thy virtue and thy destiny. Ooh. What's going on? Now what? Now where are we? I have a bad feeling about this. There's no need to worry, Macy. The flash of light just left you blinded, but it's only temporarily. Just give it a moment. You're not in any sort of danger here, trust me. You see, I know this place, and this moment. It seems that we're inside my own memories. Uh-oh. I know what this is. We're in the Devildom, on the day of the Great Celestial War ended. The day that Lucifer and his brother lost their white wings. Oh, Lucifer, to think that I would have to see you like this again, the way he looked on this day. Is the Fairy King showing this? My own memories? Could this be his way of testing me? You too. Yes, her injuries look severe. If she exposed to the Devildom air for much longer, she'll likely perish. She doesn't have long. Please. I beg of you, Diablo. Do what you must to me. Just save her. You've got to help her. I know you have to do this. I know you have to mean to do this. Yes, I do have the means to help her. However, it might not be in the way you expect or desire. And if I am to do this, there are conditions. Conditions? You must pledge your loyalty to me, Lucifer. Young Master, I know what you're going to say, Barbados. I'm taking a big risk here as well. The Celestial Realm has just rendered its judgment, and I'll be interfering in that. But if I ended up on your side, Lucifer, or at least on my side, I'll say that risk is well worth taking. Wouldn't you agree? You're suggesting I pledge my loyalty to the son of the Demon King? Me? I'm sure there could be no greater disgrace to one such as yourself. He would the once celebrated as the pride of the Celestial Realm. However, it's far too little given the circumstances. Wouldn't you agree, young master? What is he saying? What is this? This isn't how I remember it going. The Celestial Realm has already rendered its judgment. Her punishment has been decided. If you willingly ignore that and you choose to help her, it would mean war between the Devildom and Celestial Realm. I'm sure that you are aware of that. I am, yes, but these dazzling jewels from the heaven have just landed on your doorstep, and you must have them, no matter the price, no matter how many demons must be sacrificed in exchange. Oh, new memory. Aw, phooey. Virtue and Destiny. Yeah, I also remember this day. You want these 7 brothers for yourself, and you don't want anything to get to them, wouldn't you? I know the reason for that. Barbados, stop! Don't! It's all because a great demon, one who's worthy to call himself the Demon King's son. Isn't that right? Please, Macy, don't listen to him! They're so rare, so beautiful. It's hard not to compare them to gemstones. If you were to command a group of demons like that, your esteemed father would surely be proud. All of this so you could live up to his name. You can't deny that I'm right, can you, Diablo? Living up to my father's name isn't enough. I have to surpass him, otherwise my life has no point. Exactly, which is why you're willing to help this family in need, even though you know it entails far too great of a risk. But ask yourself, is that really the sort of conduct you expect from a demon king? I live to serve the Devil Dome and its populace. Someday I will be the Demon King. It is what I was born to do. No, you don't want to be the Demon King. You want to earn your father's approval. Nothing more. That's not... Okay. Macy, what are you... Ooh, that's magic. I can feel a great warmth coming from your hand. Feel better? Yes. Macy, I'm not fit to be the Demon King. What are you talking about? Of course you are. You heard what Barbados just said, didn't you? When it comes down to this, I'm not trying to do this because of the Demon Kings for the benefits of others. It's all because of me, so I can earn my father's approval. I want him to believe I am a truly exceptional demon. So that's the sort of behavior I try to emulate, but it's an act, and someday the feeling I kept hidden inside are bound to bubble up for all of you to see. I didn't want anyone to think about my true motivations. I didn't want them to know how awfully, or at least how awful they really are. All that talk of expelling you from the Devil Dome out of concern for others, I have no right. I'm sorry for putting you through that. Trust me. How can you be so sure? You're a human, not a demon. You know me. Give him a hug. Macy, I don't know why, but it's like something about the way you hug me feels familiar, like a long-lost memory. I understand you too. I know you, Macy. If you say you believe me, then I feel maybe there really is hope. Do you actually think I could be the sort of Demon King everyone hopes for? I can't just think about all the pressure that comes from being my father's son, and I can't make it go away completely. But even so, I want to be a good king generally. Macy, do you think I can do it? Can I be a proper, just king? Hearing you say that gives me faith. I believe you. Thank you, Macy. I'll be okay now. I can see what I'm meant to do, and who I'm meant to be. Yay! What's going on? Now what? Wait, this looks like... Lord Diablo! Macy! You're back! Yo, we've been real freaked out. Have you vanished us bad enough, Lord Diablo, but Macy too? That's just messed up. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? Hey, if you both made it back here, then does that mean... How did the King's Blood Crucible go? What happened with these trials? Young Master, it seems that you overcome the Crucible. I can't tell how glad I am that you succeeded. Alright! Wait, hold on. What does that mean? what happened next? At least, what happens next? Well, I suppose this means I'll continue to be responsible for your supervision, so I'll be the one deciding on what to do about the incident about the castle, on all that destruction Beelzebub because. And just how do you intend to handle it? Good question, let's see. Beelzebub went on a mad rampage in the middle of the dinner party and then broke out of the cell the next day. After causing even more destruction to the castle, he fled, and later, as I attempted to capture him, he tried to physically harm me. But that's not... Bill didn't mean to do any of that! You could trust Bill. You're welcome, Belphegor. Yes, I'm aware. Also, we gained something as a result of this incident. Something very important. We gained something? Yes, Macy, of course. We are all aware of the mysterious powers that Macy has. Yeah, you do. The ability to change all of your powers even though no pact exists between you. It represents a clear threat to all of us, or so I thought. But going through the King's Blood Crucible with Macy convinced me of something. Macy, a certain bond exists between us and you. I may not be able to see it, but I can feel it. It's unmistakable. It's what drew us all to you, and it's why we're all here together now. It was destiny in a way. Even if we're to rewind time and start over, we can meet 1,000 different times in 1,000 different ways and still end up here. My instincts are telling me that it would be a very big mistake to let you go. So I'm going to heed that warning. Heed it how? Yes, what do you mean by that? I'm going to overlook the incident at the castle and everything that happened with Beelzebub. After that, if it weren't to him, I would never have learned of what I have about Macy. Furthermore, Macy, I granted you permission to remain in the Devil Dome indefinitely. Woo! Yes! Feel free to stay for as long as you need to accomplish whatever it is you need to do. And if possible, I appreciate it if you assist us in our efforts to found Rad. You can count on me to help. Alright, nice! So none of us are in trouble, including Bill. And on top of that, Mason gets to stay here? Lord Diablo, thank you. And sorry about destroying the castle. Unbelievable. Macy, exactly what sort of witchcraft did you work on Diablo? I don't know. Oh. Seriously, I could not believe it. One moment you've been gone, and next the moment you're back. Except now Lord Diablo is completely smitten with you. Babe? Yeah, he was like a totally different demon compared to before the trials. Well, in any event, there are a lot of less to worry about now that we have so many different problems having to be resolved. We finally get to enjoy a bit of peace. It feels like it's been way too long. Why don't we have a stop at Hell's Kitchen and get something to eat? You can all order whatever you want. I like the sound of that. No, not you. You're paying for your own meal. Oh, but don't worry, Macy. You're totally eating for free. Whatever I want. Within reason, Beale. Understood? Yippee! Sullivans Story, Part 1. Ooh, SoLOREmon. Here we go. I really do love eating at Hell's Kitchen. Not only is it cheap, but the food is good too. It's hard to beat that, right? And even better, Lucifer ended up paying for my meal. Thanks to getting him to do that, by the way. Hey, you're welcome. And if you don't mind me asking, are you the one that handed you that money? Well, no, but not many people can do that one thing. What you got Lucifer to buy that dinner, right? You have to admit it makes them pretty good at bragging, right? Anyway, the brothers were all in a great mood, right, huh? They're so thrilled that getting to stay in the Devil Dome and stay on them as their attendant. They could barely contain themselves. As loud and crazy as they were, I'm worried that they'll end up getting banned from Hell's Kitchen someday. Especially when you consider how Bill kept eating and eating and eating. He's probably emptied the entire refrigerator out, right? You can laugh now, but don't forget about the consequences. Sigh. You know, I'd like to hang out and talk. Stay here a little longer, Macy. Wait here, I'm gonna make us some coffee, or how about no? Why don't you let me make it to deepness instead? Do you still think we have any left? Let's go check. Ooh, this place looks nice. I have to say, I was shocked by the change that came out here over Diablo. I'm not just talking about how much he trusts you now, though that's part of it. Before the trials, it seems like he's always put too much pressure on himself. He saddened himself with such a heavy responsibility, too heavy for one demon to handle. But when he returned from the King's Blood Crucible, it was like he found a new purpose and a new confidence. It was almost like he had some sort of breakthrough. He seemed more animated, more excited and upbeat. I know that this is a way off in the future, but it reminded me of when he first asked me to join the Rad Exchange program as one of humanity's representatives. He was just like the Diablo that spoke to me on that day. Well, that's Diablo at his purest. Yep. To think that you're the one who made him like that. The demon with a big, excited smile. I mean, that is why he seemed so excited, right? It was your influence at work. Wait, what's wrong? Do you think I'm the one who influenced the future? Well, given the previous lessons, there are many sprinkled out that we might be influenced after all. But let's commentary and more story. Well, I'm just repeating what Barbados have told me, but time itself splits off into an infinite number of different branches. For example, say that I ask you if you like another donut. Then a world in which you say yes, and a world in which you say no, both existed. We can only follow one branch on one or the other, but it's different for someone like Barbados, who has the power to travel through time. Apparently, he can move freely from one branch to another. It's possible that the version of Lucifer and his brothers that you first met are in another branch. That our current branch doesn't lead there. When we eventually return to what we call the present, which branch will we end up on, I wonder? We'll just keep going to give ourselves a headache if we keep thinking about this. Why don't we give it a rest for now? After all, your first priority isn't to gain an understanding of the intricacies of time itself. It's figuring out how to forge your pacts with all 7 brothers. Yeah, this is the 14th lesson, and we still haven't made any pacts yet. Come on. Considering your relationship with the brothers, you might be able to forge a pact with all 7 of them at once? Ooh, that might be awesome. But it's not outside the realm of possibilities. If things go well, you might make it back to our side sooner than either of us thought. Well, hopefully. Yeah, I can see why you feel that way. Sure, a lot of the demons out there are calling them the 7 rulers of the Devil Dome. Now thanks to what happened with Cerberus, but even so, they still have the House of Lords causing trouble for them. It seems the brothers still have a long way to go before their place in the Devil Dome is secure. In any event, it's best to go ahead and forge the pass with them as soon as you can. After all, if you do that, you'll be able to go back at our time whenever you feel like it. Whenever with or without those packs, there is no going back at all. Ooh, and as long as you'll be able to make a pact with Lucifer, could maybe I join in? We could tell if he's gonna get 2 humans for the price of 1. Well, time for a lore question. Oh, because I just like collecting them. Just kidding. I guess you could say I'm doing it to protect the standing of humanity as a whole. I want to have the power on par with any angel or demon. Are you sure you want to? Well, of course he wants to. Yep, that's what this is about. You could say it's my life's work. I want to be a great sorcerer, someone who works to protect humankind. Why don't I tell you a little bit about my past? Oh, now you want to talk about your backstory, huh? Okay, if you say so. I was born in a country where magic was thought to be sinister and wrong. It was something to be reviled. All it took was the slightest of rumors. When word started spreading that someone had used magic, anyone involved with the branch of a heretic were locked up and executed. That's the sort of world I was born into. Unfortunately, I could use magic even before I was old enough to understand what I was doing. Well, really. When I say magic, of course I mean minor things. I was no different from any regular person, at least not in my opinion. But for my parents, it was a very serious matter. If anyone were to find out, then it wouldn't be just me who suffered, but my entire family, even my relatives. There was no telling what might have happened to them. So they told everyone that I had a serious illness. It kept me from coming into contact with pretty much anyone outside of the house. Don't you mean, I don't know, a castle? My room was a dark basement, but it had a small lactated window. Or is it lacticid? Oh well. Oops. I was always staring out that window. And then one day, I made a friend. Oh, I wonder who that could be. Sullivans Story, Part 2. I was watching someone who seemed to be lost when they suddenly noticed me, and I let out this really loud shriek. The puzzle pieces are starting to go together. I was just as startled as they were. Long story short, we ended up chatting for a good long time until my new friend's family eventually showed up. After that, my friend used to come to visit from time to time. We could spend hours chatting through the bars of the window, of course. And then... Right. I'm sorry. I thought maybe I was ready to tell you this story, but I guess I just don't have it in me. I still don't have the courage. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's just say that I ended up making a promise to that friend. I doubt that I would become a good sorcerer no matter what. I don't want anyone else to deciding humanity's future for us. I don't care whether they are an angel or a demon. Humans are puppets for others to manipulate as they please. We should have the right to forge our own paths and decide our own futures. And I wanted to create a world in which we can do that. For that to happen, we have to convince angels and demons that we are as equal as them. Which is why I need to be more powerful than I am currently. I'd love if you could help me. You support would mean a lot. Sure, I can do that. You're nothing if not honest, huh? But yeah, I figured you would go ahead and say that. Now what? Okay, enough serious talk. Why don't we say we turn it in for the night? It's been a long day, and I know if you've been tired. Oyasumi, Macy. Okay, hi Satan. Yeah, I'm still up. I apologize if I'm going too fast for y'all. Macy? Hey, it's Leviathan. Were you on the phone with someone else just now? I called, but the line was busy. I was talking to Satan. To Satan, aha. Anyways, are you free tomorrow? Wanna hang out and play games with me? We could do that later. Sure, no problem. I mean, you don't have to commit it to anything. Just come over if you get the chance. Oh, hi Beal. It's Beelzebub. Sorry for calling you out of the blue. Do you have a second? There's so many different kinds of snacks and sweets and things that I kept wishing you could try once you wake up. I have a big pile of them here right now. You should stop by tomorrow. We could share them. Is there anything I could do tomorrow? I don't know. But I'll try to resist the urge to eat them, as long as I can anyway. So see you tomorrow. Also, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. We could do it then. Alright. When am I gonna get a call from my husband? Or probably not. Tomorrow is another busy day. That's one decent way to end this lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this in the future, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Until we meet again. Bye!